This holiday, you might be going to see a fireworks show, but did you know that what's behind those colors are minerals? The element barium is what's responsible for the greens. It's actually barium chloride, a metal salt. A major source of barium is the mineral barite. Here's an awesome sample of barite on quartz. You can also find barite roses, which is just a cool mineral form of barite. The mining of barite occurs in places in the US like Nevada, but we primarily get a lot of the barite from China. Barite is used in the oil and gas industry as well. Next up, strontium. Strontium is responsible for those deep red colors, and it's actually strontium nitrate, another salt. We get a lot of strontium from celestine. Here you see celestine, the white mineral, with sulfur. Strontium is also used in signaling, the oil and gas industry, and ceramic magnets. Strontium is mostly imported into the US, although domestic deposits do exist. Copper is responsible for those blues. Copper in the form of copper chloride, another salt, is actually what's responsible for the blue colors in fireworks. Copper chloride is actually rare in nature, but it does occur in a few minerals. I'll list them here. You can have fun trying to pronounce them. Copper has been used extensively historically in coinage and cookware, but recently we've used a lot of copper in electronics and technology, in power and alternative energy generation. Copper is mined all over the world, but it is heavily mined in the US Southwest and definitely in places like Chile and South America. In fact, this is where we find some of the largest copper mines in the entire world, as well as in the United States. The Morenci mine is one of the largest copper mines, and that is located in Arizona. Speaking of the blues, azurite is one of the coolest looking mineral ores of copper, and I did a whole video on azurite if you're interested in learning more about that. If you like yellow fireworks, you can thank sodium. Sodium makes the yellow in fireworks, and it's primarily due to sodium nitrate, of course, another salt. We call it nitratine. Of course, the element sodium is used in an extensive amount of applications in our society, one of them being PVC, a plastic made from chlorine, and paper pulping chemicals made from caustic soda. Other uses of sodium are, of course, sodium chloride, which is table salt, and sodium, in this case, is also used for de-icing roads, feeding livestock, and food processing applications. If we go to sodium sulfate, a sodium salt, it is used in glass making to remove the bubbles, in textiles for dye absorption, a filler in detergents, and the making of wood pulp for the paper industry. Finally, sodium in the forms of sodium nitrate and sodium sulfate is used in thermal energy storage. For more colors, we can combine sodium and strontium to get orange, and strontium and copper to get purple. Titanium, zirconium, and magnesium alloys give us a silvery white. These, of course, have many societal applications as well. Titanium is used in alloys and extensively in white pigment. It's also used in surgical implants and the alternative energy industry. Here we see an interesting example of fossil wood that is tinted blue. It's from the Blue Forest locality of Wyoming, and the blue hue comes from copper, manganese, titanium, and iron. Among the many extensive uses of magnesium include furnace linings and steel making, as well as ceramics. Zirconium is also used in the high-temperature ceramics industry. And those gold sparkles, well, they come from pieces of iron and charcoal. Of course, iron is an extremely important part of the steel industry, and among uses in society of carbon, we also have just the general fact that carbon is the backbone of life. And if you like a lot of excitement in your fireworks show, like those big bangs and flashes, you can thank aluminum. Aluminum's major source is bauxite, and aluminum is used, again, extensively in things like the making of cans, vehicles, trailers, LED lights, pencils, glass-making smartphones, and lightweight gear, all thanks to bauxite and aluminum. I hope this makes your fireworks show a little more interesting this season, and you can thank strontium, sodium, barium chloride, copper, titanium, zirconium, and magnesium. If you want to learn more about minerals, rocks, and geology, join me on the next adventure here at Let's Go Geo.